We are at the International Supercomputing Conference in Hamburg, Germany, which is a really exciting conference that brings together the brightest minds in high-performance computing. I am Jeff McVeigh, and I lead Intel's Supercompute Group. My goal of coming here was, one, to meet with people that we've been so distanced for the past few years in this industry, and to be able to reconnect, learn about the new opportunities and innovations that are coming about, and just to really showcase some of the new technologies that Intel has been developing. Intel and Barcelona Supercomputing Center had an amazing announcement. We're going to be working on the next generation of technologies that will bring us not only to where we are today with exascale, but to zettascale. So it's going to take another 1000x of performance to get there, and obviously it's going to require a lot of innovations. So we're going to work in an open environment, developing new architectures, new optimizations of workloads, and bringing those all together to solve the next greatest challenges that the world's facing. The collaboration has been going on for a while. Actually, Intel and ISC have been working together for many, many years. But we've been kind of taking it up to the next level as we've determined that we all need to bring together the technologies that we have. So we started exploring, and actually Intel came out with a very aggressive goal of getting to zettascale by 2027. Everybody thought that's kind of crazy, and maybe it is, but you need to set audacious goals so that you can really go after those challenging problems. And BSC shared in that desire. So we really came together and started to put all the ideas on the table and said, well, we should have a formal collaboration to make that possible. BSC wanted to join with Intel on this, well, one, because we want to work with them because they're a leader in high-performance computing. And I think conversely, they want to work with Intel because we've had such a strong relationship over these years. And we've determined that we can bring each of our own strengths to bear, both around the components that Intel delivers, as well as the systems that they are able to bring together, as well as the research community to make that possible. Well, the target outcomes are, the long-term one is, like I said, the zettascale level of 1000x in performance than where we are today. But also doing this in a sustainable way, where that we can do it with lower power consumptions than computing is doing today. As we all know, computing demands are not stopping. Also, energy costs are just skyrocketing. So we can't just continue to increase the amount of energy required to deliver those large-scale systems. We need to have new technologies that bring down the energy consumption while delivering that level of compute. And that's really probably one of the main primary focuses for this opportunity. We are exhibiting a lot of fantastic technologies here, and some of them are really coming out in 2022. One of them I'm personally really excited about is called our 4th generation Xeon processor known as Sapphire Rapids with high bandwidth memory that is going to deliver fantastic improvements in performance, specifically for memory bandwidth bound workloads. That goes from weather modeling to manufacturing to physics. And this is really a 2, 3x, even up to 4x performance over today's platforms, which is a huge leap when we typically think about maybe 10, 20% generation to generation. So that's one of our primary new innovations. And also in the second half of the year, we'll be bringing out our flagship GPU for the HPC space known as Ponte Vecchio. Bring together Sapphire Rapids with HBM and Ponte Vecchio, and that's going to be a marriage made in heaven. And I can't wait for everybody to get their hands on. What I'm excited about for ISC, not only for some of Intel's innovations, but also the partnerships that we have. And a lot of that happens in some of the meeting rooms, which are under NDA, but also some of it's public. And at my keynote, I'm joined by luminaries across not only BSC, but University of Cambridge, AWS, Lenovo, LRZ, the list goes on. And that just really shows you that to solve these problems, we all need to work together as an ecosystem. And by doing so, we'll get to that more sustainable and open HPC.